Okay. So I was saying people are gonna have to make some tough decisions, and you know, there's going to be when the chaos ensues across the country. Okay, there's going to be an assembly of different bands and gangs and hoods and all kinds of riffraff and bad people, okay? And they're going to go out and do what riffraff and bad people do. And, there may be even units in our own military that are going to become morally degenerate and do unspeakable things that, there are probably a lot of veterans out there that served in the Iraq War and the war in Afghanistan and some other places that were witness to some pretty unsavory deeds, okay, in their own units and amongst their own troops, and they're having trouble living with that, and but that's the kind of thing that is going to happen here, okay? There's going to be the same kind of thing happen here. What has been done to other countries is going to be done to this one, okay? And it's going to be extremely brutal. So be aware of these elements that are going to be out there that are going to rape and pillage, okay? That's what they're going to do. And you need to get into prayer closet, and if you haven't left where the cities are they're going to collapse, and they're going to become havens for all kinds of terrible things happening, and you don't want to be there, okay? The economy right now is collapsing, okay? And it's collapsing exponentially, and suddenly things are not going to be available. Fuel is not going to be available. There's going to be checkpoints set up. There's going to be martial law instilled, and there's going to be restriction of travel, and people are going to be basically kind of locked into where you are, except for folks that really know the back roads really well, and don't have a lot of baggage. But consider this too. The situation is such a point now. You have to think about what it is you want to take with you, and what's really needful, what's really important, what's really going to help see you through the times ahead. And you may have to leave a lot of stuff behind, okay? And in my own case, I had to do that, okay? It wasn't that hard, really. I mean, I took with me what I could, what I felt was going to be useful later: tools, weapons, some books, some things like that, okay? And some camping items, some army gear that I have personally, and things that I felt that were going to be very good to have, okay? But I had a lot of other things that I had to leave them. And traveling light there's a lot of good things to it, because you don't have to think about a lot of stuff. You don't have to worry about how you're going to pack it, getting a big gigantic trailer and dragging it across the country or whatever. And it's much easier, You can sell off a lot of stuff if you have, like, some people have boats, some people have fancy cars and all this other stuff, whatever. Well, you know what? That's an asset you can liquidate to get you in a better position somewhere else. That is, a wiser move. Okay. Seek the Lord's wisdom on it, and seek His input. And I would, if you have an ear to hear, then make it happen. one of the first things to do is to step out of the boat onto the water, okay, and check it out. You know, exercise that faith muscle, and the Lord will help you get from the boat to Him, okay? That's how it works. But you have to step out. You have to get off your butt and away from the da-da-da and get in the closet and read the answers in here, okay? And there's another thing coming, okay, that helps setting up this, and that is basically the castration of men in this country, okay? There's this cabal that is massaging the minds and souls of the men in this country. It's a Jezebel spirit, and it is basically castrating the men in this country, and has been doing so for quite some time. And you know, it's mind control. It's brainwash. It's all this, you know, all this garbage that they've been pumping for the last 50, 60 years. But it's accumulated to the point where it is now. And now you have people, you know, some that don't even know what sex they are. And, you know, that's all part of it. So, you know, there's going to be a change in the leadership of this country very soon, okay? And Kamala is going to rise up. And when she does, the feminazis are going to come out of the closet, and they're going to get militant, and they're going to go, you know, aiming for the men of this country, okay? And they're going to try to, you know, make you feel bad and all this other stuff about being a man, okay? Well, don't. And don't buy into that garbage, okay? And be a man. And women, be women. And never the twain, you know, it's just, stand your ground, okay? Don't be apologizing for being a man, ever, okay? It's what God made you. You know, we're only men, but we're men, all right? And be one. And be one for your family, because you're going to need to be, okay? You're going to really need to be. And you're going to need to stand your ground. And you are the priest of your family, okay? And you need to perform that office. And when she gets in power, okay, the Constitution, she's just going to go, doot, doot, doot. And then, you know, there's going to be all these changes that are going to be coming down. Resist them. Resist them with everything you have. You know, and if your local political body is swaying the wrong direction, then, and if you are, you know, in any way able to influence that, then do so. Influence it and stand your ground, and don't put up with that garbage. And that goes for the law enforcement, the sheriffs, you know, the firemen, the police officers, all you men, okay? You need to stand your ground now, because this is coming, and they're just trying to soften the ground for them to get it through here faster and quicker, okay? And if they can come across a bunch of weak-kneed guys to do it, you know, it's so much easier for them, okay? Boulder Dash, I say. Don't let that happen. Don't let them come in, and don't let them influence your brain and con you into that you're worthless in some way or something like that, okay? Or try to control you and twist you. You know, tell them to go pound sand and do the right thing. And there's a lot of examples in here of men, okay? And there's a lot of examples in here of women. Great women and great men. And they stepped up to the plate, and they did their deal, and they were men. And you know, it's full of wonderful stories about how you know, be of good courage. You know, be of good courage, and you know, the Lord will bless you for it too, and His angels will have charge over you. So don't sweat the small stuff. But anyhow, So be the priest of your family and find out what that is. It's in here, okay? And look it up while you still have it, okay? But find out what the enemy's, what they're up to and what they're trying to do. Because if you know your enemy, then it's a lot easier, you know? Because you can see the fiery darts coming at you. And, you know, use your armor and block them, okay? You got a shield of faith, you got all that, you know? Do it, use it. Put it to use. God gave them to you, and you paid a heavy price to do so. So we owe it to Him to do that. By God, you know? And, you know, they're trying to make it easier for these guys to come through here and just roll through here like butter on a hot knife, you know? And to hell with that, I say. So suck it up. And you know, there's a lot of guys out there that they're sucked into the tech, okay? They're sucked into they're sucked into games and all this garbage. You need to go out and dig a hole and start a fire, okay? And sit around it and stay all night out there and learn what it's about. You know, find out. Do some research. Find out. Get up off your ass and find out, okay? It's not that hard, really. And once you get into it, you can get into it. It's very enjoyable, and it'll teach you. It's a learning curve. You're going to learn a whole lot of things about the outdoors and how to deal with a lot of stuff that's, you know, tangible, okay? And it's real. That is because, man, there's going to be a lot of people that depend on this every day, and they're going to be like, gosh, what do I do? Well, you know, it's a trap. It is a huge mind control, MK Ultra mind control, mind foxtrot, okay? And you need to pull your head out of it, okay?